This is my disclaimer. My name is Thomas Christopher Irving, and I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to convince you to take Kratom. I'm just informing you on what Kratom is and how it's affected me and how it could possibly affect you. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you it's not dangerous. I'm not telling you it's not addictive. I'm just telling you what it is. This is all information. We're all adults. Do with it as you please. You could buy it in kava bars. I mean, you could buy a cup of Kratom tea in a kava bar, and that's how a lot of people are getting interested. You can go to a head shop, or you can go to a corner store and buy capsules of Kratom for $5. So it's legal for now. But I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just giving you information on what it is. Peace. Hey everybody, this is Chris and I'm back on Kratom Kingdom. This should be my day 4 with no Kratom, but guess what? I couldn't do it. I failed. Here's my first cup of tea in 4 days. I was a mess. I was having migraine after migraine, and my stomach was cramping, and it wasn't like hardcore heroin withdrawal or Xanax withdrawal, but it just wasn't very comfortable. And that just shows, plus all the pains, aches and pains that I feel that I should be feeling on a normal daily basis because of my fucked up body, I don't have to feel because of this beautiful tea. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's not illegal in most places. And it's definitely not bad for you. There's nothing in it that's going to hurt you. I've never heard of one person being allergic to it. Why am I spitting? Because I'm drooling from the tea. But anyway, this video I'm going to talk to you about depression and Kratom. After my stroke in 2003, I went through some profound depression. I mean, so far down, I'd been hospitalized 4 times for trying to hurt myself. And each time I was getting better and better at it. I mean, the 5th time was going to be the charm. Because that's how depressed I was. I've been on every antidepressant that exists. And Kratom, for some reason, releases serotonin, or it does something good, because my depression level now is, let's say 10 is I'm a suicidal. When I'm heavily medicated, when they were giving me ECT, shocking my brain, electroconvulsive therapy for my depression, it brought it down to about an 8, but I was still profoundly depressed. After I started drinking Kratom tea on a regular basis, my depression is maybe a 2. I can smile, watch this. No, I can't smile. I don't know how to smile. I can do that really easy, but I can't smile. That's also because half of my face is paralyzed. And one day I might make a video on my stroke and how hard daily life is having had a stroke. Everything it's done to my life. Everything that's changed. One moment, please. I made it 3 days, guys. And I probably could have gone on, but I just didn't want another migraine. My migraines get so bad I have to go to the ER. Now I've got COVID. No, that's the citric acid that I put in my tea to make it taste better. It causes me to drop a cough. Um, but anyway, since I've been drinking Kratom on a regular basis, my depression is down to about a 2. I mean, it's down so far that I actually am titrating my antidepressant down a little bit with my doctor's advice. My doctor is like, I told her, like, I don't think I need to take 5,000 milligrams of Prozac anymore. Let's take it down to 4,995. And those are just hypothetical numbers. I'm not going to tell everybody in the world how much Prozac I take. But anyway, she was like, I think that's okay. We'll keep an eye on you. What's different? And I said, actually, I found this magical herb called Kratom, and it takes me out of pain. When I'm not in pain, when you're not in pain all the time, you're not as depressed all the time. It took away my chronic pain. It took away my chronic migraines, and it makes me a little happy sometimes. Sometimes I even get a little euphoric. And does that make it a drug? Should it be monitored by the FDA? No. Just like cannabis shouldn't be fucked with by the FDA either. These are beautiful medicines that indigenous people to other parts of the world have been using for thousands of years. And they work. They didn't have Prozac and Xanax and stuff like that. I will say for anxiety, no good. No good for me. Because green as a pretty big stimulant. So if I have a lot of green and don't mix it with red as much, then my anxiety will go through the roof a little bit. So, but my depression, because that stimulation might actually even be helping my depression, and I keep touching my brain like it's gonna. I just got a new haircut. I did it myself because I wasn't gonna spend $20 to have somebody do something I could possibly do on my own. Can you believe for a freaking buzz it's $20? And anyway, to wrap things up, depression and kratom does work for depression. Anxiety, not as much. I wouldn't recommend it for. I would recommend it for depression. Another really good way to deal with depression is tattoos. Tattoos, for some reason, the pain releases endorphins that make you take away your depression. So I used to go to my tattoo therapist, call him my tattoo therapist, because I would leave feeling great for it was like the ECT, the electric convulsive therapy. The pain would release endorphins, which numbed my brain out a little bit, which took away some of the depression, but it would come back. But with the tea, I start to feel a little down. I'll drink another cup of tea and feel okay. And I just ordered some liquid caffeine. I'm going to try to put maybe 2 or 3 drops of liquid caffeine in my tea to see what that does. And I'll let y'all know, because, I do nothing but tell you the truth on this channel. And it's all my opinion based on my experiences. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I am just a regular dude who's disabled, who uses this plant and who has been using this plant consistently for 3 to 4 years. And I can't think of anything bad about it, except for I got kicked out of Narcotics Anonymous because I admitted to drinking Kratom. That's a whole nother video in itself. How I got kicked out of Narcotics Anonymous because of drinking Kratom. So anyway, Kratom keeps me off of street drugs, and it keeps my depression at bay. It makes my aches and pains go away. So you tell me in the comments, you tell me what's wrong with taking Kratom. I want to know. I want to know what your opinion is. And please subscribe to my channel if you're watching this for the first time. I do a lot of videos on Kratom and other plant-based therapies. Coming up soon is poppy seeds I'm going to be messing with. And maybe St. John's wort, I'm not sure if St. John's wort and Kratom would go good together because I take an antidepressant. I shouldn't take St. John's wort because it causes something called serotonin syndrome, which too much serotonin flooding your brain gives you headaches, and it's a really bad headache. Never experienced it myself because my serotonin levels have always been so low, but I'm fairly certain that Kratom messes with your dopamine levels too, which is your pleasure, and possibly your oxytocin, which is your. I've studied a lot about the brain after I had my stroke. I went back to university and got a graduate degree in neuropsychology. So I know a little bit about the brain. About as much as to get me in trouble. But cheers. Here's to no depression. I will see you guys next week. Peace out.